Hi Sagittarius, I hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome to your general messages for the 22nd to the 31st, taking it to the end of the month. We're going to be doing relationship. I'll do a spread for you and a separate spread for a person that you're dealing with. And then we'll go into money/career. Not everybody's working, but you might have some sort of lawsuit going on, some sort of investment cooking, something like that. So let's get started with the relationship. I will timestamp below for the career. We have the idea of rejection. All right, so let's see what else we have going on here. Look, I mean, the end of the month here, from the 24th to the 29th, Sag, you guys have your fifth house. So you're going to have the Venus and the Sun conjunct in Aries in your fifth house. The fifth house has to do with falling in love, romance, you know, connecting with a partner. It also has to do with creativity. It also has to do with children, but it's romance. It's falling in love. It's, you know, it's connecting. So we have a lot of focus there. Wherever the sun is shining, there's focus. Venus is all about how am I feeling in this? And when it's conjunct in Aries, Aries is about fresh path, new perspective, right? It's the first sign of the zodiac. It's really asking those big questions. Then on the 28th, we have the full moon in Libra. You are going to be having it in the 11th house. So we have this 5th house, 11th house dynamic going on. The 11th house has to do with goals, friends, and goals. Where do you see yourself going? And that full moon with things rising to the surface. So wouldn't be surprised if some of you have really good friends who either you realize they have feelings for you, or you realizing that you see a friend in a different light all of a sudden. Don't let your past hold you back. First Moonology card. Okay. Don't let your past hold you back. South Node. South Node energy. Oh my gosh, you guys are the South Node right now. So perfect. Don't let your past hold you back. Message in the bottle. Coming up from the emotions, right? Message coming up. Look at that. It's got a telephone in it. So you may be hearing from somebody. You may be calling somebody to say, look, we have to talk. This is how I feel. Some sort of message coming in. But you know, remember, it's coming up from the emotions up. So somebody telling you, oh my gosh, somebody telling you how they feel. Don't let your past hold you back. You have this Venus and Sun conjunct in Aries in your, you know, in that 5th house. So somebody telling you how they feel about something for sure happening at the end of this month. Let's see what we have here. We have two queens, 7 of wands. Okay, we have the Lover's energy coming into this. So definitely some sort of decision needing to be made in the area of relationship. That's what the Lovers is. You might be dealing with a Gemini. Well, the Lovers is about getting together and realizing that something is not perfect, and in order for you guys to work at something, everybody's got to be on the same page. There's got to be balance, right? And then you get the blessing of Archangel Raphael on the other side of that, which is really nice. But again, it is like there needs to be this decision in love, you know, and it really is about following your heart more than anything here. Situation right now, we have two queens. So we first have the Queen of Swords, and it's being crossed by the Queen of Wands. So Queen of Swords is all about honesty, very motivated to find out the psychological motivations of a person, trying to find out the truth, being very, very strong, right, in adversity. You may be a single parent, some of you may be, but really being focused on the truth of a situation. Now, queens in general are just about not just about, but fundamental understanding is that queens are about connecting, right? This idea of connection. So in the Queen of Swords, very, very much connecting like the pieces of something, some sort of situation that's going on. Doesn't male or female, it doesn't matter, right? It's just tarot doesn't recognize that. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is about allowing the reality of something to really manifest in your mind, and you being in the space, you're just about stepping into your power. Wands are will, motivation, passion. It's feeling a lot of passion and a lot of motivation, really wanting to communicate, really wanting to reach out, lots of energy, right? So we have this idea of the truth of a situation, though, is not squaring with the energy that you're feeling about a relationship. So that could be very frustrating, because I feel like a lot of you are in this space where you feel like you have to fight for the relationship. Like there are obstacles here. It could be a bit challenging right now, and you temporarily feeling like you need to end up fighting for the relationship, which is fine. Just fine if in this Lover's energy you're realizing that they're on the same page as you. You know, if are they willing to fight, you know, with you for it. Now, I do like the fact that we get the World as the foundation, because this is about the culmination of a lesson that's learned and the finishing up of a cycle to get the Saturnian lessons. The World energy is Saturn, and Saturn's all about no restrictions, rule. This is tough. This is hard. This is a hard time period. And this tells me that you guys had a hard time period in this relationship, but there was realization, and something has come to literally to its culminating point, which is such a full moon in Libra thing. And full moon and the Libra energy, the full moon in Libra that we're having on the 28th. Remember what Libra is. Libra is the 7th house of partnerships. So it's something coming to a culmination having to do with that, right? And you guys have this going on in your 11th house of goals and where it is that you see yourself going. So a lot of you are going to be put in this spot where it's like, either we're going to work this out or we're not, you know, like, because I'm definitely sensing we have the idea of rejection here, then somebody sharing problems and not allowing, like trying not to, the very best, not to live in the past, but to sort of move things forward based on the lessons that have been learned. But Sagittarius, I don't know. I mean, we got the 8 of Cups for you. This is your position, and this is about, you know, change and having really high emotional intelligence. You know, something just doesn't feel right to you. You know, and I always say with this card, it's like sadness, but no regret. Sad, yes. Regretful, no. Because at the end of the day, this is a Saturn and Pisces energy. So at the end of the day, right? I mean, you're realizing that this may not ultimately be what it is that you're looking for. You know, and it's, you may have actually checked out of the situation already, you know, like mentally, even if you didn't leave yet. We have an energy external to you that's impacting you right now. We do have a Page of Cups, so I have to say, this could be a new relationship coming in. Maybe you're meeting somebody out, you know, somebody new. But Page could also could also indicate a new chapter in the relationship of a current relationship. Right? It could, right? Very emotional time right now. There's no question, but this does mean a new potential partner right there, like right on the horizon as well. So for some of you, you may be in a situation where, I mean, there's definitely like, to have the Lovers and the Queen and the 7, you're fighting for the relationship, right? Lessons learning. So we have that relationship. But then it feels like I'm getting like you want to just move away from the toxicity. You want to just move away from something. And then we have somebody new right here. Now, what you end up doing with it, I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, well, you're confused here, right? With the 4 of Swords in reverse. Restlessness, anxiety. You know, you just want to like get something going here. And this is your challenge, though, right? This is the challenge. So to have this 4 of Swords, yeah. Restless, very restless energy. Very anxious. You want things to either be this way or that way, and it's like you're in a very confusing space right now. King of Pentacles in the near future. So the thing is with the King of Pentacles, it's a good energy, right? But this is an energy that prefers being in a settled relationship, right? Likes to be in that space, which is good, but has zero patience for anyone looking to take what's his. From money, any sort of resource, to even freedom, you know. And so what can happen here with the King of Pentacles energy, if it doesn't have anything to do with money or resources, it's somebody coming in and saying, if to be in a relationship with me, you need to be A, B, and C. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. And you sit and you think, all right, well, I don't know if I could actually do that and be true to myself, kind of thing. You know what I mean? There's got to be compromise. But if you're with somebody who's like, you know, it's my way, the highway kind of thing, That's not going to fly with you. Well, that never flies with the Sagittarius, keeping it real. Sagittarius, the archetype. I don't know what else is in your chart. So if that doesn't resonate with you, I don't know what you have going on where in your chart, because you're a lot more than Sagittarius. But the archetype of Sagittarius really, loves to be in relationship, loves to take their partner by the hand and travel the world and just do things and have fun and all that. But it, really also needs some independence within the relationship. An autonomous relationship that very much resonates with the Sagittarius, Gemini, even Scorpios. There are certain energies that really do need that, not that they want to go and do everything on their own. They enjoy partnership energy, each of those signs do, but it's like needs their own space to feel like their own person, to do their own little thing going on. So it's very tricky energy depending on what sign you're dealing with, and what other planets they have, affecting their chart. You don't know, right? It's really about, but that needing this kind of autonomy is very important. And it can be tricky for some energies to be able to give that with any comfort. So we have the Four of Pentacles as the final outcome, and it's in the reverse. So this is, all right, if it has to do with money, feeling very, very vulnerable right now, right? This is like a very sort of poverty mindset. So it could be vulnerable regarding money, but it could also just be vulnerable regarding like where there's this feeling like you need to protect yourself, right? And just feeling this lack of connection and this just feeling of lack, like this person does not get me, feeling that kind of feeling. So it's, understanding that Pentacles are not only about money, but it's mental, physical, emotional connection. Whenever we get Four of Pentacles in reverse, it's like this poverty mindset having to do with, feeling that vacancy, right, of connection, or it could have to do with money. Might just be super worried too about money, Sagittarius, right now. I mean, a lot of people are who really normally aren't, just because we don't, right? Just as a collective, I think we could all agree to that. We just really don't know how things are all just going to roll out in at the end of the day, having to do with like the world we live in right now. All right, so we have Cupid's arrow, healthy choices, camera separation, the Phoenix, I like you, not enough, hammer. All right, yeah, I mean, I do see this other energy in here. We have Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation, meeting, hesitation. And you're just making really healthy choices for yourself. Self-love, self-care, being happier, just really thinking about you, not in a selfish way, in a self-loving way, very different. Then we have camera, reminiscing, perceptions, learning from the past. So learning from the past, but not allowing it to hold you back, right? And we have separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, unsure of the future. And we have the Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transform, growth, changed mind. So we have the separation, and then we have this rekindling. And then we have this idea of I like you, someone likes you, romance is blooming. I feel like there's another energy here that's like lingering in the shadows while you guys are trying to work something out with somebody else. But here we have not enough, frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy. Then we have the good old hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetiting, persistently working on it. So it's kind of like this cycle thing. A lot of people are getting very cyclical energy for this end of March. Very interesting. So it does seem like it's like somebody new's coming in. You're like, I'm going to give myself some space. I'm going to work on me. And then a minute, settles in. It's like this missing. Somebody reaches out to somebody. This is what I'm really feeling. Recognizing that somebody's not enough in the relationship. And I know that sounds harsh, but not everyone could be for everyone. Do you know what I mean? And you all know that. But sometimes we have to say that, right? It's never that we're not enough as a person. We just might not be the right fit, right? What's that saying? There's an ass for every seat. right? We're not meant to be in every relationship that we actually have in our life, right? We're meant to learn things for sure, but we're not meant to end up with everybody, obviously, right? So this could be a feeling that either you have about someone or they have about you, that, you know, at the end of the day, it may not be that at all. That idea of not enough could simply be based in vulnerability and insecurity that's going to require some healthy conversation, right? And don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of it anyway. So this is what I have for your spread. Let's see what's going on with them. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in 7th house. Let's say 7th house. Five of Cups. Judgment. Five of Coins. 10 of Wands. 3 of Cups. 7 of Coins. All right. Somebody wants to get either back with you. This person that you're dealing with is somebody, some sort of reconciliation here, but we have the 3 of Cups, which is a very nice energy coming into this. This is a really good energy for healing. So I feel like they're trying to heal from something. Maybe hanging out with their friends, their family, whatever it is. Situation right now is the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups is sadness and loss, and, you know, can be, you know, your relationship where like it ended before they felt really ready for it, but you know, but they're assessing things in the Judgment energy. They are assessing, right? And it's shifting into a new phase for them, and there may need to be this reconciling if everybody feels like the relationship is worth it. Yeah, I mean, for sure, right? It's this shifting, but it's letting go of the past. Right? And what do we have here? Don't let the past hold you back, even within this relationship. So right now, that's what's going on. We have the 5 of Coins as the crowning energy. This is a very internal card. It really is. It's like feeling very like a lack of connection in the situation. This could also indicate like a fear of financial issues, or some sort of financial setback if it has to do with money, but it doesn't have to. So it's also mental, physical, emotional connection. So if it is that, it's kind of like the pain, right, of the aftermath of a breakup and trying to work through that. We have the 10 of Wands. They're very upset. This person that you're dealing with, they have very upset energy, really overwhelmed, burdened, you know, like can't escape it kind of. 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is everybody's going in a good direction, and it's just like one issue came up after another issue after another issue, and each issue was a wand, and it just became so heavy that he couldn't hold it up, and she couldn't hold it up anymore, right? Drop it down. End of a cycle. Too much. It's card of overwhelm. Just simply can't do it anymore. Becomes too difficult. But then we have where they're at right now is the 6 of Cups, and again, this is about you know, finding the right balance in a relationship, and you know, them feeling like, you know, if they feel like they suffered any kind of mistreatment, if they feel like you suffered any kind of mistreatment by them, this being remedied, right? But it is this hearkening back to the past. It is this hearkening back to the past. So I don't know. I mean, if it's not reconciling with you, they may be getting back with somebody else, or just hanging out with old friends right now. But it is this energy from the past. And we have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is this information is going to be coming in, because swords are truth and words. So something useful, a piece of useful information is going to be coming in. Now, they may be, though, Sag, they may be experiencing you as being kind of insensitive and kind of forthright with your words right now, and being kind of back on their heels because of it. This could be, you know, something where you guys have this conversation and they feel like whoa, like, you know, where they feel a little back on their heels because you're being very forthright. Okay, so some of you can be in that space, dealing with somebody, you know, where they're feeling like that, and experiencing you like that. Others of these energies are going to be possibly meeting somebody. This Page of Swords could also be meeting somebody. Page is new, right? So it could be a new cycle in your relationship, or it could be meeting somebody who's, new. But their block and challenge is Ace of Wands. So, I mean, I don't see that this, this is about rejection and false starts and delays, and, this is their block right now. We have the Seven of Coins as the near future. So the Seven of Coins is hardworking energy. Really, they might just be super focused on their work right now, or they might be very ready to roll up their sleeves and do some really solid work in this relationship. This is, them sort of not feeling ready to totally give up. Yeah, and we have the Nine of Wands. It does seem like, they recognize they've been through a lot. They're tired. It does seem like there have been cycles. This is not your first rodeo with this person. It doesn't feel like, right? But they're probably going to feel pretty defensive right now. They still have perseverance, though, for it. But the thing is, how to mitigate the negative mindset or the potential of a negative mindset that they may be having. That's going to be the tricky part. It's not 10 of Wands yet, though, right? I mean, we do have the 10 of Wands here. This is 9 of Wands. And this is like a very cyclical energy, you know what I mean? It's like, I can't do this anymore. And then a little bit of time passes, and it's like, all right, maybe we should try it one more time, right? I feel like that's where they're at with you. We have the 4 of Wands, great energy for sure. This is opening up the heart, expressing love and affection, right? We call that the honeymoon card. And we get the Hierophant card, which is a committed relationship. This is even a marriage card. Some of you may be married. So that, but the Hierophant really is about, celebrating the sacred in relationship. But it's through understanding, because in numerology, this is the Temperance energy. And Temperance is all about, what do you need? What do I need? What does the relationship need? And everybody exercising some solid empathy. It does seem like empathy is needed here. It does. It just seems like lack of communication. And it seems like things were not shared completely. That makes sense. And we have the message in the bottle, right? It's about this realization about how somebody feels regarding a situation that probably should have been shared or could have been shared earlier, but wasn't. And that being something that's going to be worth considering right now. So weird, Sag. I have like a very sort of like dreamy energy right now with this reading. I don't know why. Interesting. Patience. Right? This has to do with career. Career, money, right? Remember I said lawsuit, settlement, insurance payout, inheritance, buying a home, buying a property, investment. You're involved in the stock market. Mending, cool. Chop wood, cool. So chop wood, what the hell does that mean? So chop wood means like don't do anything. Don't do anything. Be patient, right? These kind of are very synonymous. But it does look like there's going to be some good stuff happening for you in the area of whatever this money situation is. Maybe it's career, whatever it is. And I like that we have this full moon in Libra in the 11th house of goals, because it's the house of goals and gains, besides friends, goals and gains, especially if you have your own business, because that's like a 5th house, 11th house energy kind of thing. Okay. The 7 of Pentacles. I like the 5 of Cups in reverse for you is the situation, right? All right, let's see what's going on. So we have the Queen of Swords. So Yeah, so for those of you, if you're going through any kind of divorce, or if you're, you don't even have to be divorced. Some of you may be single parents, and you're just like, I got to get things going for my kids, my family, whatever it is, right? Really focusing on staying strong, right? This is about strength in adversity, the Queen of Swords, really. Being very determined, looking at the truth of the situation, not playing any games with yourself. You're not playing right now. You're trying to figure out the psychological motivations, regarding whoever it is that you're dealing with, whether it has to do with any kind of lawsuit, any sort of work situation. But this does indicate that there was some sort of adversity going on that you needed to maintain some strength in. So we have the Two of Swords in the reverse. Two of Swords in reverse about confusion and indecision, information overload, and the need to compromise someplace. There's got to be some sort of compromise. And this is being crossed by the Empress. Yeah, so especially if the Queen of Swords, I'm just getting the strong, it doesn't have to resonate with you specifically like this, but it's going to for someone. Especially if you are a single parent, you're super focused on your children here. The Empress is the mother of the tarot, quite literally. This is Venus as well, so this is to do with money. This is to do with the ability to grow in something as well, if it doesn't specifically have to do with your children. But there could be some confusion and indecision, right? And this need to compromise for your kids, regarding your kids, something like that. For a lot of you, others of you, there's going to have to be there is some confusion or indecision regarding your ability to grow in a particular area. Like you saying, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go as far as I would really like to in this position, like really getting in touch, especially because you're going to have a lot of realizations right now in this 11th house. This full moon in Libra, Sagittarius, in your 11th house is really going to have you very front and center with, it's like, Sag, what's your 5-year plan? What's your 10-year plan? You know what I mean? And you sitting back and saying, okay, am I on the right trajectory for what it is that I ultimately want to bring myself? So I do like the stars, the crowning energy here, because this is about money, luck, and who doesn't love that, right? It's an Aquarius energy, right? Ruled by Uranus. So we like this because Uranus is all about shocking surprises moving forward into the future. Some of you may be doing computer work, science work, any kind of, like, especially in technology, anything like that. But this is money, luck, right? Work you do begins to pay off. You've considered long-term goals, right? You're prioritizing well, good energy to do that. You might be guided to start a new business or some sort of new venture, or you realize in this energy that you have like this fantastic hidden talent, or you're realizing that something that you sort of like toyed with and had fun with, something you did just because you love to do it, that's like a 5th house energy. It's working opposite this 11th house. You're realizing like, hey, I could like make money doing this, right? The star also indicates like rising in status. So for those of you in the entertainment industry, it does indicate like fame, recognition, anything like that, like quite literally, right? Your star rising, so to speak. Right? We have this Two of Wands energy here, so this as the foundation. So the Two of Wands is making plans and moving forward. Moving forward with great opportunities, though, sort of all around you. Again, this is another sort of, your star is rising here. Lots of public life element, dealing with other people. But the Two of Wands indicates to me that you might be waiting on something. You might be waiting to hear from somebody having to do with that job, that outcome, that offer, whatever it is. You're waiting, right? There is this element of waiting. So you right now, 5 of Cups in reverse. I like, this is one of the energies I really like better in the reverse. This is moving on, hope returning, you recovering from something. And we have mending here. So this is really nice. So we have mending, we have the 5 of Cups reverse, recovery, hope returning, really nice. Awesome Two of Cups energy happening external to you, impacting you. So this is for those of you who are in business while working, right, within some sort of group circumstance where there's this elephant in the room that needs to be called out. Really good communication going on, having to do with have either money, scheduling, something going on in the day-to-day workplace. This could also indicate getting a new partner, some sort of new partner, but it's new, it's you and somebody else, and this is very positive, and this is impacting you. So this could be like a, hey, you want to join this company, you want to do this thing, you want to invest in this thing, whatever it is, and you were like, yes, I'm totally there. And this offer coming in really sort of putting a lot like fresh pep in your step when it comes to your whole perspective on career, money, whatever it is, right? Because we have that Five of Cups, so these two are sort of working together. But however, you challenge, you block, you fear is the Nine of Cups. And I get it, right? I get it, because, you know, this is all about manifesting wish fulfillment, right? I mean, this is just all old tensions just sort of dissolving into waters of the past, right? And you're being like, I don't know if I could trust it. I don't know. Just makes you remember, thoughts become things. So if something good is happening, let it roll out. Let it roll out, but be patient. Okay, this is where the patience is going to come in. Just chop wood. If you don't see total clarity in how something's supposed to go, don't do anything. Don't go out, do anything. Just stay home and chop wood. Okay? Not kidding. That's what it means. Then we have Seven of Pentacles. Very nice. I like this. Hard work paying off. Who doesn't love that? But again, patient energy. We got a lot of patience here. Whatever your situation is, don't give up. You're almost there. Your future self is going to thank you in this energy. Now, we have the final outcome as the Three of Swords. This is pain of a truth. So you might be, now this is the thing, what's good about the Three of Swords. Let's say what's good about it. There's clarity here, but you may be realizing that something's not what it was. You know, you're not going to be confused about it anymore. So you may be realizing that somebody betrayed you, they were trying, they, you know, they weren't doing the right thing by you, whatever it was. But yeah. Five of Pentacles. See if we can get some answers. We can't leave you hanging like that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so we have the Five of Pentacles. So what I'm feeling is there's going to be some sort of snafu, misunderstanding having to do with money. I do feel like, right? Because here we have, it's like some sort of truth comes out where you're like back on your heels and you're like, whoa, wait a minute. That's not what we agreed to. And you kind of feel betrayed and you weren't expecting it, right? It's kind of shocking, but at least the lights are on, right? And then we have the Five of Pentacles, in the upright. The Five of Pentacles is like, fear of financial issues are going to be popping here, right? Some sort of financial issue, something. So this is really about considering a new way that's going to help you to see your way forward in a situation. So you have to sit down and either have that conversation, or if that situation is not going to work, you have to figure out something else. We have this King of Wands energy. So this is a really good energy to express your ideas and communicate what it is that you're feeling, right? This is not a time for you to be hyper-focused on something being perfect, though. Don't let perfectionism get in your way, all right? You don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be perfect. The situation doesn't have to be perfect to still be really great, okay? So we do have that, and then we have the Magician. So this is what we want. We want the Magician because the Magician is Mercury. Mercury rules Gemini, which is about communicating and doing business. And Virgo, 6th house. Virgo's the landlord of the 6th house, the house of problems. So it's solving problems, you know, in business through communication. It's literally being able to crystallize something. So there's a new beginning or direction here in your career. This could also indicate inspired leadership from a really solid and practical individual who's able to problem solve, right? Because it's got that Virgo energy in it. And this might even be you. So whatever didn't end up working out here, it looks like there's something else. All right, now I'm understanding why we got the chop wood and patience. Because it seems like something that seems promising is actually not going to be as positive as you're first thinking it is. Be patient. Don't do anything crazy. Say what you need to say, though, in the King of Wands energy. There's going to be a way forward here with the Magician. So this is something new, or figuring out something that's going to actually, like, sort of appease the situation. And that makes sense to me, too, because the full moon just sort of brings things to a culmination. And again, not to be repetitive, but you're going to be focusing on these goals. So whatever's not right is going to become starkingly apparent. You're not going to let it hang out, because it's all about, then whatever's not working, whatever doesn't have integrity is going to end up falling away, especially the full moon in Libra, because it's all about what's fair, what's not, you know, because the glyph is the scales for Libra, right? Okay, my friends, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.